Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here, basically, we are talking about one topic, that is currencies, and in this currencies, basically, we are talking about the dependencies, and in this, basically, we are talking about the ideas and ideas global warming error. Basically, it's basically not error. Basically, it's solution. So here, basically, we are talking about that solutions number 12. In this, basically, we were basically talking about the city creation. Basically, in this city creation, we were at one discussion. Basically, that is, one of the person is telling basically that we will finish the entire education, and another person is telling that we will not allow you to finish the entire education. So debate basically has already started off this basically. Then one of the person told that, do you know basically from education we can handle the entire environment. Then he told that basically human souls basically we can create. Then basically he told that human needs basically we can create, because from natural from nature side basically they have the nature group basically are telling that, who basically are into nature side, they are telling that after certain years basically after 70 years 80 years the human needs basically from nature basically will get end basically. So you have to find some alternative solution. So they told that basically software industry basically is the solution. So for that basically you can go with the software industry. Then basically they started the software industry, and then basically the things basically created into the human soul. Then one other person told that basically you have created, that's okay, but the error has reached from 12 to 20 percentage. What about that basically? That basically is the old people basically, old group basically, who created some education area basically. For example, previously MBA was not there, previously the MCA was not there, this type of course basically was not there basically. And previously basically like accounts topic was there, economics was there, like this type of normal things basically was there. Doctor basically subject was there basically. Like this many subject basically has introduced newly. That time basically some conflict has happened basically. In that basically we are trying to find out basically up to what level the things was fine basically. For that basically we have the data basically, we have the data of the data basically which is generating into the energy basically. So basically we are trying to find out basically up to what level the data was correct. For that basically we connected to the energy department, that are the nuclear power company department. They told that basically we will provide you the list basically, and this list basically are up to this when the up to this certification basically we will take as a certification. Up to this certification, when the education was ongoing, that time basically things was going fine basically. So when then after this basically this the certification started creating basically, the problem basically started basically. So we can't finish the entire education now basically, because we have already created everything basically. We have created MBA, we have created MCA. So one of the person told that basically before you create any certificate you have to think 100 times basically. That was the word basically, the another person who told, who is telling that finish the entire education basically. So he told that basically before you create any certification, check the certification, check the things basically 100 times basically. This was the word basically which he told basically. This was the word basically which he told basically. This was the word basically which he told. This was the word basically which he told. Then he told that basically, do you know basically one thing basically? From if one of the person told that from satellite basically we can tell hi to you basically. Then he told how basically we can tell hi to you. Do you know basically the automobile industry basically the horn is there basically? Yes, basically horn is there. So from satellite basically we can basically uh, connect up to the horn basically. Then basically this all basically connects to through the education pipeline basically. For that basically we have created special education pipeline. Up to that basically we have done this basically. Then basically this also basically he told. Then basically he told that basically we have created the human needs basically from the education sector basically. Then he told that basically education sector you have created, okay basically, but the error previously it was 12, now it is connected to 20 basically. What about that basically? That basically we are trying to find out basically. For that basically we have created a few cities, so that basically the education error basically which is actually getting, that can be do the balancing. For that basically we are trying to find out basically. So then he told that basically this is also basically like same way basically, the disease cities basically is there, the medicine city is also there basically. So this will connect like this basically. Then he told that basically why don't you create the entire IT sector basically, whatever data basically you want, whatever thing basically, whatever things basically, why don't you create everything basically in the different planet only basically. This actually you are supposed to do long before basically. You are supposed to do like this basically, that entire education sector basically, that is the energy basically. For example, you are reading the MBA, so that main source basically of the MBA, or the main source of the MBA, or main source of the MC, or main source of the VTech, main source, main ideas basically. Source means ideas that you are supposed to create in different planet basically. That basically somebody has not given you this idea basically. Then he told that basically yes, yeah, that was actually supposed to do, but that actually we have not done basically. If that basically you might have done this basically long before, then the problem basically might have solved. The global warming only basically you might not have been any faced any type of global warming only basically. Then he told that yes, basically you are correct here basically. That actually we are supposed to do long before basically, but everything is already created basically. So whenever you create the next time the new planet, that is the Mars planet which you are already getting creating, you are creating, there basically don't do this type of mistake basically. So create everything basically separately. Ideas basically are supposed to be separate basically, that is the planets only basically, because that are the main source basically, and main source are basically accessed by basic 900 crore people basically are accessing that main source basically, right? It's basically via power supply, but this many people are accessing them basically. So you are supposed to do this long before basically, but you had done this basically, then it's okay. We can't pick the entire buildings basically and put into the Mars. That is not possible basically now basically. That type of technology basically we have not created. So like this basically, the one of the person told that basically, that type of technology we have not created, so that we can put the entire, we can pull the entire buildings and basically we will dump into the Mars language, sorry, Mars language, the Mars planet basically. Then one of the person told that yes, yeah, this actually we were supposed to do, but this has converted to 12 percentage to 20 percentage error basically. Now slowly this will increase to 40 percentage. That time basically the people basically who are basically up to the satellite group basically, they will tell basically we will finish the entire world only basically. That time basically we also will be in trouble basically, because we are not into the education sector also, we are not using our education side also basically, then also we will be in trouble basically. That's why basically the debate, this debate is basically ongoing. Then he told that basically yes, basically we are trying to find out basically, we are trying to find out basically. So like this basically the debate basically is ongoing. So one of the person told that basically this idea is actually good basically, we will shift the, we will create the new certification, and that certification basically idea we will dump into the another planet basically, and from that another planet basically we will try to fetch the data, and then basically we will create like that basically. Whenever the new data is going to create, that time basically the refresh we will do basically from the satellite to the earth planet basically. That would be better actually. One of the person told like this basically, yes, that would be better basically. Let's basically try this basically, if anything is getting effect or not basically, or planet is getting any global warming or not basically. So in next video basically we are going to see that